So, to put this into context,
Yes.
what exactly is WOMART? What does it mean?
WOMART is a woman artist who decided to have another woman as a subject. So the idea is it's not even about traveling, it's more treating about another woman and do an artwork about her. It could be video, it could be sculpture, painting, illustration. Uh, for me, it's really to show how the women's body got diversity, and it's not only one type of shape. Um, it's about try to understand each other, because I think we are in a very selfish, narcissistic
time.
generation. Yes. So for me, it was really a project about the others, but women, of course. Yeah.
What do you think about this time and all the narcissism? I know you only spend half an hour on Instagram, but it's constantly people just looking at themselves, right?
Yeah, well, now I'm spending 30 minutes, but I used to spend a lot of times on the web, and I was very fed up about it. I just realized that we are just staring at each other without knowing anything about them, and I don't know, it's not my vision of healthy.
Yeah.
And
Not mine either, but it's
yes,
definitely
to
what's
anybody, but
happening.
it's so easy to get in. I think it's harder today to be out of this than to be in, so I just try to live without, and I feel much better. Yeah. But about narcissism, I can't judge anyone about that, because for me it's like a teenage crisis who is lasting too long when I see adults doing this. So I don't even try to understand it. I think some people like to show themselves, some people don't, and I can judge people for that. Some people feel really much better about themselves with this, so why not? After all,
But the people you mentioned, like as an artist, interpreting another artist, but
yes,
you also said some of the women like work in factories, or
yes.
they're not all artists.
No, they are not all artists. For the WOMART, I contacted only artists, but for my project, it was random women. It was women from everywhere, to the manufacturer, to the teacher, uh, the girl who is making juice in the street. For me, like, every woman is important, so I don't want to talk only about artists. I want to talk about every woman.
So, what is the name of the umbrella project that includes all women?
Rencontres.
Local. Okay.
Rencontres.
So you separate these two projects, but they're going in parallel?
Well, for me, the WOMART is not a project, it's more about an idea. It's about showing people there is different type of body. It's about showing people that women are not all the same, or women have different type of life in different country. And I think it's very important to think about this too, because we are so into a bubble here in Paris. So it's always pleasant to tell people, yeah, like sometimes you don't feel free to do this. But I met that girl, and she feels much more free than you, and she's so into a prison in her country, you know. So
because this village in India was Muslim.
Yes.
So there's a lot of restrictions within
a lot. Yeah, women can go outside in the street by night, not only because they can, but because they are scared. So even if you are single and independent, you can go outside like this. So yeah, it's very tough. I mean, most of the girls don't have any possibility to get independence there. They choose to do some ingenieur schools, and yeah, maybe that's one of the solution if you want to go out from this.
So is there also, you're interviewing them, you're writing a text, or are you recording it, or how are you documenting it? I know by painting, but...
Yes, for the interviews, I was making a sketching of their shadows, and then I was asking their name, age, and the village they came from. And I was asking them, I was pointing on my own body different part of my body, and I was asking them if they like it on their body.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say no, I was doing a hole in the paper. So at the end of the interview, I got these shadows with holes in it, and I've decided to draw the part I didn't trouver.
Yeah, you didn't put a hole in.
Yes. And from this, I created shapes that become artwork.
So the artwork, the interview was purely visual.
Yes.
Which is great. But if in the future, after you go to all these villages and you continue your research,
yes.
it might end up as a book where you might give like a line of text.
Yes, of course. I would like to do some videos. I think I like videos for that, and I also thought about the scenography of my exhibition, and I was thinking about maybe people can watch my artwork and heard people talking about themselves. I like the idea to confront people directly in the sound and watching the artwork at the same time. It was, something like this.
And how willing were they to talk about themselves?
Well, most of the time I have to ask a lot of questions, but they answer. So I can almost ask everything, which is really amazing, because after only around 7 hours together, they talked about very intimacy, Yeah.
So in total in this village in India was 1 week?
1 week, 40 girls. Yeah, 40 women.
40 girls in 1 week, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
So how did you schedule it? Like from morning till night, you went to a certain location, they came? Or
I was working the location every day, and we were starting around 10 and we finished at the end of the day. And after dinner, I was painting in my room.
And how did you pick I think you said there are 4 cities you want to cover. Like, okay, the first one was
India. And then I'm leaving
Japan.
next Tuesday to Yanagawa. It's the city my mother grew up.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that exactly?
It's really in the south of Japan. It's about 1 hour from Fukuoka. And it's a small village, so I'm going to meet a baker, a woman who works in a manufactory of indigo. And
Nice.
I know they have many friends who own restaurants. It's most of the time independent women. So I want to meet people who are not staying alone at home. I want to meet people who are going outside and try to be free in a country that they're normally not. Yeah.
And how did you choose Tbilisi in Georgia?
Georgia,
Yeah.
because I have one of my friends who told me that there were a lot of women who might be interested by the project, so I really want to go there to meet these women. Yes.
And then the Maldives, where was the last one? Where is
On va où en août? En Moldavie. On va en Moldavie, Moldavia.
Moldavia. Where is Moldavia?
La Moldavie. À côté de l'Ukraine, near
Okay,
Ukraine. I don't even know the name of the city we are going, but
How did you choose it?
well, we have a wedding there, and I just thought, no, but it's really fun.
So we're incorporating.
Our friends told us that in the bathroom there was like sofa, and women were talking and putting makeup during hours. So I thought, like, during my trip I could spend maybe 2 to 3 hours just to sit down on this sofa and ask people about why
That's
they.
great,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I
That's
like
great.
to change a little bit the situation. And when I heard about that, I was like, I'm definitely gonna spend a few hours on this sofa just to see what happened around me. So
That's great. It's like a Netflix series.
could be. Yeah, I don't want to do all the time the same thing. For me, it's much more interesting to change the context and to say, yeah, in Moldavia, everything happened in the bathroom. You
Yeah,
know?
which is coherent with the rest of the
Yeah,
impulse of
but
the-
there it's like a boudoir, so Yeah, I like the idea to talk with them in a moment of privacy when they are trying to do a new makeup because they feel a little bit,
Right.
you
That's
know.
great.
Mm.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.